कितनी होगी? हेलो हेलो। हेलो हेलो। नहीं नहीं। नहीं अभी तो कोई अभी बाहर से बीच में लेता है वो।
So hi, good morning all of you. Am I audible? Yes, am I audible to all of you? Please react in the chat box. Good morning and welcome to the physics class that's running for the crash course. Good morning everyone. Good morning. Can you please react in the chat box who is present in the class and shall we start? Yes, everyone please. Good morning, good morning. Good morning all of you. Okay. So Varsha JSS. Good morning all of you. We have only less number of students today. Why is it happening? Like, why aren't students joining the class? Hey, do you know why? What's the problem? Anyone? Deepika, Inbarasi, Kirtika, anyone? Varsha? Do you exactly know why students are not joining the class? Anyone? Yes. Hey, why aren't your friends joining the class? Are you like in contact with them? Increase your volume. Okay. Am I not audible like to all of you? Is there any problem? Please let me know. Is there any problem? Is my voice not clear to you? Increase your volume. Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. I'll be increasing my volume. Actually, there is some fault here, technical fault here. Can you please solve question number 1? So today I told you yesterday that we are going to discuss the work energy and power. So I'll be discussing all the recent PYQs of the work energy and power. Okay. And these PYQs are important, and I will start from this year's 2026 NEET 2026 question that was asked on the 3rd of May by the NTA or the NEET. Okay. So the question says that the power of crane which lifts a mass of 1000 kg to a height of 20 meters in 10 seconds is. So you have to find the power and the mass of, okay, mass is 1000 kg given and height is given 20 meters and time is given as 20 seconds. Please let me know the answer. Everyone in the chat box, take your pen, take your pencil and your copy and start solving this question fast. I'll be addressing the technical fault. Okay, just solve this question and give me which option is correct. Fast, fast. Every one of you, please. Every one of you, please solve the question. हाँ, ये ना मेरे रूम में बोल रहे कि इसमें आवाज़ नहीं आ रही। हाँ, बोल रहे इंक्रीज और वॉल्यूम बहुत कम आवाज़ आ रही है। Hey, are you guys trying? In Barasi, Deepika, Kirthika, are you guys trying the solution of this question? Yes. Are you guys trying or not? Yes or no? Are you guys trying? Yes, find the answer. Find the answer fast. Every one of you will be addressing the technical glitches. There will be no problem in that. But up to that, solve this question. This is actually asked in NEET 2026 on 3rd of May. The exam that was conducted on 3rd of May, it was asked. So Varsha, Inbarsi, Deepika, solve this question fast. There are only 4 students joining today. What's the problem? Varsha, can you tell me what was the problem? Is there any kind of holiday or something else? But since we are running the online classes, yes, Hey, have you tried this question? This says that the power of crane which lifts a mass of 1000 kg to a height of 20 meter in 10 seconds. What is power? It's work done per unit time. So when we lift a mass of 1000 kg to a height of 20 meters, what is the work done? mgh. M is given, G is given, and height H is given 20 meters. And since we know that power is work done per unit time, so now we have to divide mgh by time t. Time t is 10 seconds. Okay, so we'll be finding the answer. Let's look at the solution of this question. So we can say that the answer is 19.6 kilowatt. Okay, how is this work? How we have calculated it? We know that work equals to work done per unit time. So now when we lift a mass of 1000 kg to a height of 20 meters, so the work done is mgh. Okay, and divide by time t. Now everything is given, put the values. Mass is 1000 kgs, that's 10 to the power 3. G is given, that we have to take G as 9.8 meter per second square, and we put it and then we put it the height H, that is 20 meters. Okay, and divided by T, time. So we got 19.6 kilowatt. Has everyone understood the answer? Yes or no? Varsha, Kirthika, Deepika, everyone. Badrinath. Hey, everyone, please. Have you got the answer? Okay, let's move to the next question then. Shall I move to the next question then? Hey, shall I move to the next question? This is your next question. I'll zoom it in. This is our next question. It was asked in NEET 2025. Another question that was asked in NEET 2025 and recent year question. It is, now find the kinetic energy of two similar cars. So we have two cars. Okay, the kinetic energy of A and B are 100 joules and 225 joules respectively. On applying brakes, car A stops after 1000 meters and car B stops after 1500 meters. Okay, if Fa and Fb are the forces applied by the brakes on the cars A and B respectively, then the ratio of Fa by Fb is. Hey, how you are going to find the force? Just tell me how you are going to find the force. Yes. Again, I will be reading the question. We have two cars which are similar, means their mass is same. Okay, A and B, and they are moving with a kinetic energy. They are moving with velocity, let's say, and they have a kinetic energy because of it. And those two kinetic energies are given. One is having the 100 joule energy and another is having the 225 joule energy. When we apply the brakes, okay, car A stops after 1000 meters and car B stops after 1500 meters. Okay, if Fa and Fb are the forces applied by the brakes on the car A and B respectively, then the ratio of Fa by Fb is. Every one of you. Yes, everyone please. Amrita, Deepika, Inbarsi, Kritika, Priya, Varsha, every one of you. Badrinath, every one of you, please. B, I am getting answer B, 1 by 2. Is there only one student who is going to answer this question? Hey, is there only one student who is going to answer this question? A, Varsha is saying answer A is correct. Okay, great. Anyone else? So only two students have answered this question. Do it fast, do it fast. At least try. I am trying to tell you repeatedly that it's not important that you will always get the correct answer. We can get the wrong answer as well. But what is important is that you are trying. This is the most important thing. Okay? So this is the most important thing, that you are trying. So trying the question is very much important. Okay? So please try it on your own. Try to find the solution. Okay? If you are getting any of the idea that how to solve this question, use that idea and solve this question. If you are getting a wrong answer, that doesn't matter. I will show you the correct way and the correct answer. Okay, you can then understand why you have done the error. Only two students. One is having an answer of B and another is having an answer of A. Okay, now let's look at the solution of this question. The answer is D, 2 by 3. But what's happening? Why this solution is coming there? By work energy theorem, we know that F dot S equals to kinetic energy. Okay, force dot displacement equals to kinetic energy. Now, this kinetic energy is breaking force into distance equals to kinetic energy. This is what I am writing here. F into S equals to kinetic energy. So then what's the next step? Then we have to say for cars A and B. Let's say FA is the force on car A and FB is the force on car B. SA is the displacement of car A and SB is the displacement of car B. Then FA dot SA will be equals to kinetic energy of A and FB dot SB will be equals to kinetic energy of B. As simple as that. Okay. Now we want to find the FA by FB ratio of forces applied by the brakes on cars A and B respectively. That's FA by FB. Look at this equation. Look at this equation. We have FA dot SA equals to kinetic energy dot A. We know the kinetic energy of A, that's 100 joules. We know the displacement of A, that is 100,000 meters. Similarly, we know the kinetic energy of B, that is given in the question, 225 joules. And we know the displacement of car B, that is 1,500 meters. Okay, then when we do this, what is the answer? Yes, what is the answer? FA by FB will be equals to ratio of kinetic energy of A divided by kinetic energy of B multiplied by SB by S times A. Okay, and 100 divided by 225 because kinetic energy of A is 100 joules and kinetic energy of B is 225 joules. Hey, are you understanding or not? Yes or no? Please, everyone. Varsha, Somya, Kirtika, Inbarsi, Rajkumar, Dr. Rajkumar, Deepika, Amrita. Every one of you, Badrinath, are you understanding it? Yes or no? Okay, you are understanding? Very great. Then what we have to find is the ratio of FA by FB. When you solve this question, you will get 2 by 3. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Anybody who's having a question on it, please ask. Anybody who's having a question, please ask. If there is any student who hasn't understood the solution, please ask. Deepika, Varsha, Somya, Kirtika, Inbarsi, Dr. Rajkumar, Amrita and Badrinath. First, is there anybody who hasn't understood the solution? Let's move to the next question then. Okay, now this was asked again in NEET 2025. Read the question. It says that a bob of mass, heavy mass m, is suspended by a light string of length L. The bob is given a horizontal velocity of V0 as shown in the figure. We are holding it at point O, okay, and we have a bob whose mass is m, that's attached to a string of length L, okay, and we are giving it a velocity of V0 here at the bottom. If the string slack at some point P making an angle theta from the horizontal, the ratio of speed V of the bob at point P to the initial speed V0 is. I will again read the question. Please listen the question and try it. A bob is having a mass of m, that's a heavy mass, and it is suspended by a string of length L. This is the string and its length is L. The bob is given a horizontal velocity V0. Here at the bottom, when the bob is at the bottom, we are giving it as a horizontal velocity. This is a vertical direction, this is the horizontal direction, and I am giving it a horizontal direction, in the horizontal direction velocity V0. Okay, if the string gets slack at some point P, let's say at some point P string gets slack, okay, making an angle theta from the horizontal. So this is the horizontal line and this angle is theta. The ratio of speed V of the bob at point P to the initial speed V0 is. Try everyone. Please everyone here try the question. Varsha, Somya, Janani, Kritika, Inbarsi, Oppo, Galaxy is there, Dr. Rajkumar, Deepika, Amrita, Badrinath. All of you please solve this question first. Take your pen, take your copy and start solving this question. I am telling you repeatedly that you have to solve the question on your own. You have to learn how to do the calculations. Okay. You have to learn that how to do the calculations fast. It's all about doing the calculation. NEET exam is all about doing the calculation, especially in physics. I will show you the solution after this, okay? But please, firstly try it on your own. If you are not getting the correct answer, that's okay. That's what I want. If you are not getting the correct answer, that's already okay. I will show you the correct answer and the correct approach, but at least try on your own, please. Guru Priya, Varsha, okay, all of you. A, okay, cos of theta divided by 2 plus 3 sin theta square root. This is what I am getting answer from one of the students. Hey, we have around 12 students here. Please try it and give me the answer. I am not expecting that you will give me the correct answer. I am expecting you are trying. So this is the main point. Okay. So A, another option I am getting is A. Very great, very great. Varsha is trying, Badrinath is trying. What about others? Amrita, Deepika, Dr. Rajkumar, Galaxy, Guru Priya, Inbarsi, Kritika, Oppo is someone's name, and Varsha. Okay, Galaxy M02, it's B. Okay, great, 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 great. So it means you are trying. Hey, try it on your own. Every one of you, only 3 students have answered it so far. Try it on your own. Yes. Very great, very great. A, B, A, I am getting, okay. A, B, I am getting, and Amrita is saying it's A, okay. So 3 answers for A and 1 answer for another A I am getting. Very great, very great, very great. So you guys are trying, try it. Rest of the students who are not trying, please try it. I am giving you 30 more seconds. Try this question. Try it, try it. Whatever is coming into your mind after reading this question, try those equations. Whatever. And when I will show you the solution, then make the corrections why you had done the wrong. In bar C, B, okay. Yes, A, go Mathi, A. Very great. Very great, very great. Okay, let's move to the solution then. So the answer is B. Those who have answered B is the correct answer. The answer is sin theta divided by 2 plus 3 sin theta whole raised power 1 by 2. Now let's look at the solution of this question. Okay. Now let's look at the solution. Look at here. When the bob is at point P, okay, the mg force, gravitational force is downwards mg. Now what I want is that I will resolve this force mg. There will be a force mg sine of theta, and that will be equals to mv square divided by L, because we know that there is a centripetal force. When a particle is going in a circular motion, I told you yesterday, I told you before that, every day I am telling, if a particle is going in a circular motion, it has a need and of force, and that force is centripetal force mv square divided by r, where r is the radius of that circle. But here the radius is L, so we can say that the centripetal force is mv square divided by L. And when we resolve mg, there will be one component towards the center, and that's mg sine of theta. Is it okay? Hey, is it okay or not? Because this angle, when you draw a perpendicular, this angle will be the angle that is made by the mg with this line, okay, with this radius vector. It will be 90 minus theta. So it will be cos of 90 minus theta, that's sin theta. So mg sin theta, okay, mg sin of theta will be equal to mv square divided by L. First equation. Now we can also conserve the mechanical energy between points P and between points Q. Let's say Q point is the bottom point where we gave it a horizontal velocity of V0. So we can say by conservation of mechanical energy, half of mv0 square, that's the kinetic energy at the bottom. Let's say there the potential energy is 0, equals to half of mv square plus mgl plus I sine of theta. Is okay. So now we can put half of m, m and m will cancel out. Here it will be v0 square by 2. Here it will be v square by 2. And here it will be g times L. This is L, not I. Okay. G times L into 1 plus sine of theta. Okay. Now put g times L equals to v square divided by sine theta using equation 1. Okay, from equation 1 we can say that g times L, this g times L will be equals to, because here mass and mass will cancel out, g times L will be equals to v square divided by sine of theta. So when we put GL equals to V square divided by sine of theta, okay, we will get V naught square by 2 we have at first equals to V square by 2. That's what we have. Now we have GL. GL will be written as V square divided by sine of theta into 1 plus sine of theta is in multiplication. Is it okay up to this? Hey everyone, please, is it okay up to this? Is it okay up to this? Yes, then what we will do, we will multiply this V square sine theta to 1 and then we will multiply this V square sine theta to sine theta. Sine theta and sine theta will cancel in that term and it will be only V square. So we are left with V naught square divided by 2 equals to V square divided by 2 plus V square divided by sine theta plus V square. Okay, now what we will do, we will add V square by 2 plus V square. It is adding 1 V square to half V square. So it will be 3 by 2 V square. Okay. So we will be getting V naught square by 2 equals to 3 by 2 V square plus 2 V square divided by 2 sine of theta. We are multiplying numerator and denominator by 2. No problem in that. Okay. Why we are doing so? So that we can take V naught square equals to this 2 and this 2 will cancel out. It will be V naught square equals to V square times 3 plus 2 by sine of theta. I have actually taken this V square common out of the two terms on the right hand side. Then what we have to exactly find? We have to find the ratio of V by V naught. This V was the speed of the particle of the bob at point P and V naught was its initial speed when it was at the bottom, okay, and it was given a horizontal speed of V naught. We found that V by V naught equals to sine theta divided by 3 sine theta plus 2 whole raised power 1 by 2 because we have V naught square by V square. Okay, so we will cancel the square here and take root on the right hand side. So the answer will be V by V naught will be equals to sine of theta divided by 3 sine theta plus 2 whole raised power 1 by 2. Hey, is it clear to all of you? Have you got the calculations, please, everyone? Have you got the calculations? Varsha, Shiv, Uppo, Kirthika, Inbarsi, Gomathi, Deepika, Amirtha, every one of you, please. Badrinath, have you got the calculations? Yes or no? Everyone of you, have you got the calculations? Those who have got a wrong answer, please check the calculations again. I will be showing you again the calculations. You can take the screenshot as well. These are the calculations. Please check the calculations again. And these are the calculations. Shall I move to next question? Hey, shall I move to next question now? Shall I move to the next question, please? Let me know, every one of you. Every one of you. Shall I move to next question? Varsha, Shiv, Kirtika, Gomathi, Deepika, every one of you. Okay. Now the next question. This is the question. Read the question and tell me the answer. Fast. This is an easy question. At any instant of time t, the displacement of a particle is twice t minus 1 and this displacement is in SI units, means meters. Under the influence of force of 5 Newton, the value of instantaneous power is. You have to find the instantaneous power. Look at here. Again, I will be reading the question. I will be again reading the question for you, please. Okay. It says that at any instant of time t, the displacement of any particle is given by displacement is given. If displacement is given, we can find the velocity by differentiating displacement with respect to time. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? Then under the influence of force 5 Newton, then we are applying a force of 5 Newton. The value of instantaneous power is, we are asked to find the instantaneous power. So if we are asked to find the power can be written as F dot V, FV. Okay, what you can try it on your own. I am not giving any hint. It's a very easy question, very easy question. It was asked in NEET 2024. Do it fast, every one of you. I am giving you 30 seconds. I want answer from everyone. I am repeatedly telling you, doesn't matter whether you give a wrong answer or a right answer, because I am going to show you the correct way to solve this question. What it matters is that you are trying the calculation. That's the most important thing. Do it, do it. Varsha, Shiv, Uppo, Kirthika, Inbarsi, Gurupriya, Gomathi, Deepika, Amirtha, Badrinath. Hey, I am sorry that if I am quoting some names wrong, but I have to do it. I don't know how to like quote the names perfectly, but maybe I am doing some wrong name. Okay, I am sorry for that, but I have to quote all the names. I want all of you to be in the chat box and react to everything. All the students are requested to mark their attendance. There is a message in the chat box and there is a link attached to it. Please mark your attendance, every one of you. And please try this question. Very easy question it is. Displacement is given of any particle by twice t minus 1. It is in the SI units under the influence of force 5 Newton. Force is also given. The value of an instantaneous power is. You are asked to find the instantaneous power. Do it fast. Yes. Answer A I am getting from Kritika. Very great. Varsha C. Gurupriya A. Badrinath C. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Yes. What about others? What about other students, please? What about other students? C clear. Okay. In bar C, C. Okay. Okay. Gomathi. Are you trying? Deepika. Amirtha. Gurupriya. I think Gurupriya has answered. Yeah. In bar C. Answered C. Kritika. Have you answered? Yes. Okay. Oppo, Shiv, Varsha. All of you, please. All of you try this question. Okay. Okay, let's move to the solution of this question. It is A, that's 10 Newton. It was a very easy question. Look, you are given a displacement. If you differentiate displacement with respect to time, you will get the velocity. If you get the velocity, you know the force as well, that's 5 Newton. And if you multiply force by that velocity, you don't need time actually. If you look at the equation of the displacement of the particle, that's twice t minus 1. You might be thinking, sir, we need time. No, you don't need. Twice t minus 1 is differentiation will give us the velocity. And what is the differentiation of 2t minus 1? Twice t has a differentiation of 2 and minus 1 has a differentiation of 0 because it's a constant. So it will be 2. Velocity will be 2 in the SI units. Then we were having a force of 5 Newton. We were asked to find the instantaneous power. So what we have to do is multiply the force with the velocity. We will get the power. And what was the displacement? Twice t minus 1. We differentiated it. We got 2. And what was the force? 5 Newton. Multiplied by 2. We will get 10 watt. Is it clear to all of you? The answer was A. So those who have answered C, can you please tell me where you have done the calculations wrong? Have you corrected them? Yes or no? Every one of you, have you corrected them? Yes. Have you corrected the calculation? Those who have answered wrong answer, have you corrected the calculations? Yes or no? Okay. Let's move to next question then. Look at here. Yes, sir, I corrected. Very great. Look at this question and start solving this. It says an object is moving along the horizontal direction, that's the x-axis, okay, or x direction you can say, and its kinetic energy is 10 joules. It is displaced through x equals to 3I meters by a force of minus twice I cap plus 3j cap. The kinetic energy of the object at the end of displacement x is. Again, I will be reading the question. We are having an object that's moving along the x direction and its kinetic energy is 10 joules and it's displaced through x that equals to 3I cap meters. Okay, so it is displaced actually along the x-axis. Okay, and with a magnitude of 3 meter and direction is I cap as it's told by a force, and the force that's applied that's displacing this particle equals to minus twice I cap plus 3j cap Newton. So it has force has a magnitude of minus 2. It means it has a magnitude of 2 and direction minus x-axis, and it has another component whose magnitude is 3 and that's along the y-axis. The kinetic energy of the object at the end of displacement x is. So you are told that when the object is at the end of displacement x, okay, what's its kinetic energy? You have to find the answer in joules. The options are 10 joules, 16 joules, 4 joules, 6 joules respectively. Everyone, please try this question fast. Every one of you try this question and find the solution. Yes. D, 6 joules I am getting. Okay. Anyone else? Take 30 seconds, take your copy and pen and start solving this question. And do it fast. Varsha, Oppo, Kirthika, Inbarsi, Gomethi, Deepika, Amrita, Badrinath have answered it D. Okay. Hey, do it fast, do it fast, do it fast. Do it fast. I want you to answer it. Do it fast. This question was asked in NEET 2024. Okay. Again, I'll be reading the question. We are having an object that's moving along the x direction and its kinetic energy is 10 joules and it is displaced through x and x is 3 I cap. It means x has a value of 3 meters and it's along the x-axis direction. By a force, and force is also given in the vector form, minus 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. The kinetic energy of the object at the end of the displacement x is. You will use work energy theorem. We will look at the solution. Directly it's saying we will use. The answer is C, 4 joules. Okay, so answer was C. So there are some students who correctly answered it and there are some other students who haven't answered it. Okay, let's move to the solution. Look at here. We were given the force. It was minus 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. We were given the displacement x, that was 3 I cap. We know that if we want to find the work, that is force times displacement. Okay, now we found the work. Now what next? By work energy theorem. What's the next step? By work energy theorem we can say that work done equals to change in kinetic energy. Yes or no? Bhavadharni is saying not audible, sir. Am I audible or I am not audible? Please, can rest of the students let me know? Am I audible to you? Rest of the students, please confirm, am I audible? Any one of you? Okay, so I am audible. I think there is some technical issue to the particular student. Okay, now once we found the force, we know the force, we know the displacement. Let's first try with the work done. Okay, we know the force, we know the displacement, so the work done will be equals to F dot D. D is displacement and in our case it is 3 I cap. So force is minus 2 I cap plus 3 j cap and we will be finding a dot product with the displacement 3 I cap. When you find the dot product, and minus 2 I cap dot with 3 I cap will be minus 6, that is minus 2 times 3, minus 6. Okay, and 3 j cap dot product with 3 I cap will be 0 because these are perpendicular. Okay, so it will be 0, so the answer will be minus 6 joules. Work done. Now using work energy theorem, the final kinetic energy is, so we can write that change in kinetic energy equals to work done. We know that by work energy theorem we can say that change in kinetic energy equals to work done. So change in kinetic energy is final minus initial. So final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy will be work done. So I can write directly final kinetic energy equals to initial kinetic energy plus work done. So what was the initial kinetic energy? It was given that an object is moving along x direction with a kinetic energy of 10 joules. So the initial kinetic energy was 10 joules. Plus work done. What was the work done? Minus 6 joules. So the answer was 4 joules. Is it clear to all of you? Those who have did the, please check your internet connection. Yeah, those who have found the wrong answer. Okay, those who have found the wrong answer, please correct it. We have got actually only one answer and that was Badrinath from D. Yeah, it was the answer C. Have you corrected it? Hey, every one of you, please be here and tell me that are you trying or not? Are you just trying at the questions or not, or you are just like looking at the solution? Just tell me, every one of you. Okay, every one of you, please. Amirtha, Deepika, Gomethi, Inbarsi, Aitel, Janani, Kirthika, Bavadarni, Lavanya, Oppo is there and Varsha is there. Okay, shall I move to the next question then? Shall I move to next question? This is the next question. Okay, this is the next question. Please solve it. I'll be reading and explaining the question. An object falls from a height of 10 meters above the ground. So, an object is at a height of 10 meters and it's falling, and it's at a height of 10 meters above the ground and it's falling. After striking the ground, it loses 50% of its kinetic energy. When you are dropping an object, it will hit the ground with some speed v, so it means it will be having some kinetic energy, but it is losing a 50% of its kinetic energy. Means if at the surface, when it was striking the surface, if it was having a kinetic energy of 100 joules, now after striking it will be only having the 50%, that is only 50 joules. Why? Because it's losing the energy. The height up to which the object can rebound from the ground is. So you have to find the height up to which the object can rebound. Please do it fast. It's a very easy question. Very easy question. First, you know the height. You know the height. You can find the final velocity with which it strikes the ground. Once you found the final velocity, you can find the kinetic energy, or you can directly find the kinetic energy. Then when the object strikes the ground, it doesn't have the kinetic energy you have calculated. It have only 50% of that kinetic energy. And then use again that kinetic energy equals to mgh, where h we have to find. Okay, where we have to find that. Are you guys trying? Hey, are you guys trying? So D, I am getting 5 meter. Anyone else? Anyone else? Varsha, Kirtika, Itel, Inbarsi, Gomathi, Galaxy is there, M02, Deepika, Amirtha, everyone else, please. Yes. Everyone else. Yes, please do it. Hey, are you guys trying? Yes or no? Are you guys trying? Try this question fast. Try this question fast. It's an easy question. Now let's look at the solution of this question. Okay, I'm not getting any of the answers, only one answer I have got. So let's look at the solution. The answer is D, that's 5 meters, correctly answered by Badrinath. Very great. Now those who haven't answered it, please now look at the solution. Look, we know that when it is at a height of h, it will be having a potential energy of mg h. M we know, G we know, H we also know, that's given 10 meters. Okay. Hey, please rate your physics teacher based on today's lecture. There is a rating at the bottom. Okay, please answer it. Okay, everyone. Now look at here. When it was having at a height of h, then it will be having a potential energy of mgh. It will be having a potential energy of mgh. Then we know that m is the mass of object, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height, that's 10 meters, that's given. Now the kinetic energy at impact equals the potential energy. We know that change in kinetic energy. Okay, kinetic energy will be equals to potential energy, conservation of energy. So we can say that when it hits the surface, it will be having a kinetic energy of mgh. So mg times 10. After striking, it will be only having 50%, because it was told in the question that after striking the ground loses 50%. So if it loses 50%, it means it will be only having the 50% of this mgh. So we can say that mgh equals to 5 times mg. Okay, then the remaining kinetic energy is converted to the potential energy. As I told that this is the kinetic energy it will be having, mgh dash. So the kinetic energy it have is 5 times mgh, with which it bounces. Okay, now we will put this again, kinetic energy equals to potential energy by conservation of energy. So I can say that this kinetic energy 5 times mg, okay, will be equals to mgh dash. That's the potential energy, where we have to find this h dash. So we'll be getting 5 meters. Is it clear to all of you? Hey, every one of you, please. Only 6 out of 16 students have reacted. So please, please rate your physics teacher based on today's lecture. Please vote it. Okay, every one of you. So the answer was 5 meters. Have you got the answer? Hey, have you got the answer? Yes or no? Have you understood the answer? Yes or no, please. Then I will move forward. Yes, yes, sir. Okay. Everyone else? Yes. Hey, there will be a poll on your screen. That's please rate your physics teacher, and you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, whatever you want. 5-star rating, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. But react to it. Okay, it's for our improvement. Okay. Now let's look at the next question. This is the next question, and I think you can directly answer it. The potential energy of a long spring when stretched by 2 centimeters is U. What is the potential energy of a spring? Half of kx square. Okay. Now it's told that the potential energy of a long spring stretched by 2 centimeters is U. If the string is stretched by 8 centimeters, the potential energy stored in it will be. Yes. Fast, fast. Look at here. You can find the potential energy of a long spring, U, and here x is given. So we know that potential energy equals to half of kx square, and here x is given, that's 2 centimeter, and that will be U. So U will be equals to half of kx square. Then in the second term, it's told that the spring is stretched by 8 centimeters. So it will be again U dash. Let's call this U dash. That will be again half of x square, and put the values and find the answer. We don't know the k value, but you can get the k value from first sentence of this question. So do it fast. Please. Do it fast. Everyone, please. Amirtha, Deepika, Galaxy, Gomathi, Inbarsi, Itel, Kirtika, Badarni, Oppo, Varsha, Bilal, Bilal Badri. Everyone, please. C, I am getting C, okay. That is 16U. Great. Anyone else? Only one is going to answer it. Anyone else? 16U, another answer. C, another answer. Very great. Anyone else? Yes. Take 30 seconds more and answer it. C, very great. Anyone else? Anyone else? B, okay. Anyone else? Varsha, I am getting B, okay. Okay, now let's look at the solution of this question. Okay, let's look at the solution. So the answer is C. That's the correct answer. 16 times U. U was the initial kinetic potential energy that was given. How to solve it? As I told you, that spring potential energy is half of kx square. So potential energy is directly proportional to x square, as far as that, because k is same. Okay, because the spring is same. So U dash by U can be written as x dash by x whole square. Now x dash is 8 centimeter, x is 2 centimeter, it will be 4. So the answer is 4 square, that will be 16. So U dash will be 16 times U. Is it clear? Hey, have you got the answer now? Okay, just tell me one thing, that those who haven't tried, now after reading the solution, have you got something like, are you getting something good? Please let me know. Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you got the solution? Have you got the solution? Okay. Now let's move to the next question. This is the next question. We have done this type of question before. I want to answer you. We have done this in this lecture. Read the question, please. We have done solved such type of question. Deepika. Yes, solve this type of question. A particle moves with velocity of 5 cap minus 3 cap plus 6 cap meter per second. So you are given a vector velocity vector, that's 5 cap minus 3 cap plus 6 cap meter per second horizontally under the action of constant force, and there is a force given as 10 cap plus 10 cap plus 20 cap Newton. The instantaneous power supplied to the particle is, what was the instantaneous power? Do you know? We have solved such type of question. Do you know what was the instantaneous power? Yes or no? Yes or no? Hey, have you solved this question? Please. Have you solved this question? Yes, P equals to force dot velocity. Instantaneous power will be equals to the dot product of force and velocity. Force is given, velocity is given. Find the dot product and find the answer, and do it fast. Please. Do it fast. Hey, do it fast. Yes. Do it fast. Yes. 140. Okay, 140 is the answer. One of the students. D option is the answer. Meaning same. Anyone else? D is getting. D we are getting again. A I have got from one student. D I am getting again. Everyone please. Yes, Tilak has answered it D. Badri has answered it A. D. Okay, great, great, great. Anyone else? Gurupriya, Varsha, Oppo. Yes. Kirtika, Inbarsi, Gomethi, Deepika, Amirtha. Yes, please. D I am getting. Okay. A I am getting. And D is the major answer that I have got. Okay. Now let's look at the solution of this question. Let's look at the solution of this question. Is there anyone who is trying so that I can wait for 30 seconds? Is there anyone in the chat box who wants me to wait for 30 more seconds? B I am getting. Varsha, B I am getting. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, now let's look at the solution of this question. The answer is D, correctly. The answer is D. Those who have got answer B or A, please look at the solution, and those who haven't answered, now look at the approach. Look, it was a simple question. We have done such type of question before. Even in this lecture, I have done such type of question. I was given the displacement. We found the force. Force was given. We found the velocity and multiplied force by velocity. But in this question, it was more easy than that, because both of the two quantities were given. Velocity was given and force was given. And what I have to do is find the dot product. Now, instantaneous power equals to force vector plus dot product with the velocity vector. So, P will be equals to, what is force? 10 cap plus 10 cap plus 20 cap dot product with 5 cap minus 3 cap plus 6 cap. We know that when we have to find the dot product between the two vectors, we only multiply those vectors which are along the same direction. That is, 10 will be multiplied by 5. I cap dot I cap will be equals to 1. Okay. If you want to multiply 10 cap and minus 3 cap, it will be 0. Why? Because I cap dot j cap equals to 0. Angle between them is 90 and cos of 90 will be 0. Very great. So what is the answer then? 10 cap dot product with 5 cap will give me 50. Then 10 cap dot product with minus 3 cap will give me minus 30. Then 20 cap dot product with 6 cap will give me 120. Okay. So what is the answer? 50 minus 30 is 20. 20 plus 120 is 140. The answer is 140 watt. Everyone else, please. Those who have answered it, very great. Those who haven't answered, look at the solution and tell me where you have done the mistake. Do it fast. Where you have done the mistake, I want to find the mistake. Is there like a student who hasn't tried even? Please tell me, so that we can address the problem. Okay, I want to address the problem of every student. That's what I am telling you. Please. Varsha, Tilak, Kamali, Aitel, Inbasi, Gurupriya, Gomathi, Deepika, Amirtha, everyone, please. Shall I move to the next question then? Calculation slow. Okay. Make your calculations a little bit faster. Okay. It is okay. Calculations, if there are calculations slow, you practice more questions. There will be then you can, when you practice more questions, then only your calculation will get fast. Okay. Okay. Now do this question, please. We have done this question, type of question. Please read it and tell me whether you can do it or not. Please. We have done this question where our ball was losing the 50% of the kinetic energy. The same question it is. A ball is vertically thrown downwards from the height of 20 meters. Now it is thrown from a height of 20 meters. So at a height of 20 meters, it will be having a potential energy of mg into 20, mgh. We know with an initial velocity of v0. So it will be having a kinetic energy as well, half of mv0 square. It collides the ground, loses 50% of its energy. When it collides the ground, okay, we take ground as our point, reference point where the potential energy will be 0. So when it collides the ground, so it will be having a velocity v, let's say. So it will be having a kinetic energy of half of mv square. Use the conservation of energy and find the kinetic energy when it hits the ground. When you find that kinetic energy, it said that it collides the ground and loses 50% of its energy in the collision. So when you found that energy, find the only 50% of that energy, because if it strikes the ground with an energy of 100 joules, I am repeatedly telling you that, then it is losing 50%. It means it is losing half of the energy, so it will be only having 50 joules. Okay, so when it strikes, you have to find the 50% of the energy, and then it rebounds to the same height. It means that when it strikes, you take the 50% of that kinetic energy and use that kinetic energy again to solve, find equals to mgh. Use again the conservation of energy and put that h equals to 20 meters, because it's telling us that it rebounds to the same height. Now we have to find the velocity v0. It's very easy. Take your pen, take your copy and start solving. You will find it very easy. You will find that it's a very easy question. B answer I am getting 10 meter per second. Okay, one of the student. C answer I am getting, okay, 14 meter per second. Anyone else? Amirtha, Deepika, Dibya, Gurupriya, Inbarsi, Kirtika, Kamali, Tilak. Everyone else. Are there only 2 students who has answered it? No one else is there who is trying? Yes. Is there no one else who is trying? Please. Yes. B I am getting, okay. Tilak, B is the answer, okay. Anyone else? D I am getting, Dibya Prakash, very great, very great. Anyone else? Okay, let's look at the solution. As I told you that the answer is D, that's 20 meter per second. Very great. Dibya Prakash got D, Kamali got D. Everyone else who got D is correct answer, and those who got B or C, okay, please look at the solution. And those who haven't tried, you have to look here as well. Okay, are you ready for the solution? Are you ready? Okay, this was very much what expected solution. I told you that what I will do, I will find the kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. So it will be half of mv final square, half of mvi square, let's say. So it is half equals to, because final divided by initial will be equals to half, because 50% is lost. So V final by V initial. So we can say that because V square, it will be V final square by V initial square. Okay, then we can say that V final by V initial equals to 1 by square root of 2. But what is V final? Final velocity with which it hits. So it was square root of 2gh, and the V initial was square root of V naught square plus 2gh, and that is 1 by root under 2. When you solve this question, you will get 20 meter per second. Okay, the image is not working, there is some technical issue. Okay, there is some technical issue. Is it clear? Let me move to the next question. This is the question, actually you can do it very easily. Two similar springs P and Q having spring constant Kp and Qq such that Qp is greater than Qq. They are stretched first by the same amount, case A, and then by the same force. So first we applied the same amount, okay, means X is same, then what's happening? Then by the same force, then we are stretching with the same force. The work done by the spring Wp and Wq are related as. In first case and second case, we have to find that how Wp and Wq are related. Work done. Again, I'll be reading the question. We have two similar springs, okay, P and Q, having the spring constant. One is having a spring constant of Kp and another is having a spring constant of Kq, such that spring constant of P is greater than spring constant of K. Now they are stretched by the same amount. When they are stretched by the same amount X, you have to find the Wp and Wq relation. Then when they are in case B, when they are stretched by the same force, you have to find the Wp and Wq relation again, and the answer is A. I am getting Divya Prakash A. Okay, anyone else? Everyone please. Amirtha, Deepika, Dibya, Gurupriya, Inbarsi, Aitel, Kirtika, Kamali, everyone else. Tilak, Varsha, every one of you. B I am getting again. Okay, anyone else? Yes, yes, D I am getting, C I am getting. Okay, now let's look at the solution of this question. Look, the answer is A. A is the correct answer. In Barsi, Divya Prakash got answer A, and Amrita got answer A, Varsha got A, Tilak Verma got A. Very great, very great. Answer A is the correct answer. Now let's look how we can find this answer. Look, we were told that the spring constants K, P and Kq are related as Kp is greater than Kq. Matlab spring constant of P is greater than spring constant of Q. Now elongation X in the spring is written as work done can be written as change in potential energy, that's half of kx square. So it will be for P spring, it will be half of kpx square, and for Q spring, it will be half of kq into x square again. Why the x is same? Because we are discussing case first. What is in the case first? Sir, in the case first, it is told that they are stretched by the same amount. Means they are stretched by the same x. So when we found the Wp and Wq value, half and half is same, x and x is same. So it will solely depend on Kp and Kq. So Kp is greater than Kq, so Wp will be greater than Wq. So this is the match we are getting, okay, for case first. Now let's move to case second. In case B, it said when they are stretched by the same force. Tell me, can we write F equals to minus Kx? So if the force is same, then x1 will be equals to F by Kp and x2 will be equals to F by Kq. As easy as that. Now, what is the work done? In P, half of Kp x1 square. Now we will replace this x1, okay, by F by Kp. So it will be F square divided by Kp square. So it will be inversely proportional to K. So for Kp is greater than Kq, therefore Wp is less than Wq, or we can say work done in terms of K is greater than work done in P. Is it clear? So this was the option. Wq is greater than Wp. So the answer A was matching this question. Is it clear to all of you? Yes or no, please? Yes or no? Is it clear to all of you? Okay, so our class ends here. Now before moving to the class, I want to give you a homework, that's NEET 2021 question. The question says a particle is released from height s from the surface of earth. At a certain height its kinetic energy is 3 times its potential energy. The height from the surface of earth and the speed of particle at that instant is respectively. I am zooming it in. Okay, you can take the screenshot. Please take the screenshot. It was asked in NEET 2021. This is a homework for all of you. Okay, is it clear to all of you? So this lecture ends here. Okay, today's lecture ends here. Tomorrow we'll be doing another chapter, another PYQ session for the physics with me. I hope that you really enjoy this lecture and you really understood everything that I have told. If you have any doubts, please ask in the chat box. I am here for a minute. Yes, please. Very great. Nandri sir. Okay, I have this word. I know it. Nandri. Okay, thank you. So thank you to all of you. I hope that you are going to enjoy the next classes as well. Thank you so much. Take the screenshot and do this question as a homework. Okay, thank you so much.
Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. So, have you attempted the DPP yesterday? The link which I shared with you yesterday. Did you attempted the DPP, students? Anyone? Yes. Good morning, everyone. So, have you attempted the DPP? Why? Good morning, Arti. Good morning, Varsha. Why, Aswar? Why you have not attempted the DPP? Okay. So you have your CUET exams yesterday. How was your exams? So all of you have given CUET exam yesterday. How many have given CUET exam yesterday? Moderate. Okay. So today, which chapter we are going to see? Which chapter we are going to see today? All of you have revised that chapter or not? Tell me. Tell me, have you seen the chapter that I have given you yesterday for today's session? Which chapter we are going to see today? Students, tell me. So begin the class shortly. So I would request all of you to please attempt the DPP for the better uh, grip of the questions. Okay. So today also I will at the end of the session I will share you the link of the DPP. So please tomorrow attempt that DPP. Today we are going to see the chapter hydrocarbon. Okay. So please attempt the DPP of this chapter hydrocarbon. Shall we start the class now? Am I audible to all of you? Okay, yeah. Shall we start the class now? Okay. So please, I will give you the link at the end of the class. Attempt the DPP. Go at your home, attempt the DPP. It's very important to do questions after getting the theoretical part, or else you will not be benefited from this lecture series. Okay. So be sure that you should attempt the DPP. So today we will be going to see the hydrocarbon and the previous chapters that we have covered in this PYQ series. I would request that you should attempt the DPP of those chapters as well. So let us begin our class without wasting any time further. So this is your first question. This is your first question. Try this question first of all by yourself. Then I will tell you whether you are solving it right or wrong. Okay. So here is the first question. You have to predict the major product P in the given reaction. So you have to start with a cyclic compound and 3 reagents are given. So you have to treat it one by one and tell me the final product that is being formed. Okay. Try this question by yourself. What will be the correct answer? Tell me. What will be the correct answer? So first of all, you have to treat it with HBr benzoyl peroxide, then KCN, and lastly NaHgC2H5OH. So what will be the correct answer? Reply in the chat section. Reply in the chat section. What will be the correct answer for this question? Amrita, Ajwar, Deepika. What will be the correct answer, students? Okay. So let us see the correct answer. So first of all, if you have attempted it, then the correct answer is C. Now in this question, you have 3 steps of the reaction. You will take a cyclopentane compound and treat it with HBr benzoyl peroxide. Now we have a double bond here. And since we are treating it in the presence of benzoyl peroxide, so we will see anti-Markovnikov addition. Okay, we'll see the anti-Markovnikov addition here. So according to that, the Br will be added to the carbon which has lesser number of hydrogen. Okay, so here will be your Br. Now next, you will treat, the next step of reaction was treatment of this given compound with KCN. So this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Your CN will attack this Br and it will substitute the Br itself. Now the last step is NaHgC2H5OH. So we are seeing this reaction from the day first itself. What you will get, this CN, this nitrile, it will be reduced and we will get CH2NH2. Okay, we will get CH2NH2. Now remember, there are two kinds of addition. One is Markovnikov and one is anti-Markovnikov. If we have not used this benzoyl peroxide, if we have simply used HBr here, then in that case we will get CH3 here and Br here itself. Okay, so this will be the case of Markovnikov addition. How we do it? It's very simple. It's very simple to do this Markovnikov addition. The carbon, the double bonded carbon which has lesser number of hydrogen. So if I consider this, you can clearly see that here in this compound, you can clearly see that this carbon has only one hydrogen. Okay, and this carbon here has no hydrogen. So in case of anti-Markovnikov, your bromine is added to the carbon which has greater number of hydrogen, whereas in the opposite case we add the bromine where we have lesser number of hydrogen. Okay, so this is your Markovnikov addition. Okay, then in the next step we are replacing this Br with Cn because this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction and we will get a nitrile group here. Can anyone tell me, if I have used, suppose in place of this AgCN, then what I will get here? What I will get here as the product? If I have used AgCN, what I will get as the product? What will be added in place of Br? Please reply to the question. If we have used AgCN in place of KCN, the Br will be replaced by which group? Students, please reply. So in case of AgCN, this Br will be replaced by NC. Okay, Br will be replaced by NC. So remember the other parts as well, they are also equally important. Now, next question. Which one of the following compound does not decolorize the bromine water? Yes, very good, Amrita. NC will be attached here. Now, next question, it was asked in NEET 2025. So, you have to treat the following compound with bromine water. Bromine water means Br2 H2O. So, this is bromine water. Now, you have to tell that which of these given compounds will not decolorize the bromine water, or you can also say will not react with the bromine water. Tell me what is the correct answer. So Badri is telling C is the correct answer. Okay, let's see, Badri. Anyone else who has a different opinion, please reply. What will be the correct answer here? So Varsha is telling A is the correct answer. Anyone else? Amrita, what will be the correct answer? What we will get here as the product? Vinotni, what will get here? So Tilak Verma is telling A is the correct answer. So the correct answer would be C. Okay, the correct answer would be C. Now in this question, what has been asked here is that if I treat the following compound with bromine water, then in which case the bromine water will react. See, bromine water has a specific color. If it is not reacting with the compound, that color will be retained, it will not change. But as soon as it will react with this bromine water, that color will change. So you have to simply see that out of these compounds, which one is reacting with the bromine water. So if I treat this A compound with bromine water, I will get here. So this is a unsaturated carbon. Here it is a unsaturated carbon. So the Br will be added to this double bond. Okay, here this double bond, to this double bond the Br will be added. So one Br will be added here and the other Br will be added here. Okay, so it will give you the reaction with bromine water. Similarly, if I treat this with bromine water, this aniline, then what it will give us? It will give us tri-substitution. It will give us tri-substitution. It means NH2, it is a very strong activating group. So tri-substituted means on all ortho and para, I will get the bromine. Okay. Now next one, here, what about the phenol? The same thing will happen in the case of phenol as well. So if I treat phenol with bromine water, then also on all three positions, I will get the substitution, electrophilic aromatic substitution of bromine. Whereas in this compound, we will observe no reaction. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you, students? Did you get the question? So you have to simply point out that compound which is showing no reaction with the bromine water, because since it will not react, so the color will not change. Okay. Is it clear to all of you, students? Anyone has a doubt? Okay, Amrita is telling clear. Anyone else who has a doubt in this? Shall we move forward? Okay. Now here is your next question. This is a very good question because they are trying to incorporate almost all the reaction which involves the formation of benzene. So you have to see that out of these given 4 reactions, which will not give us benzene. Okay, which of these will not have product as benzene. So try this question by yourself and tell me what will be the correct answer, students. What will be the correct answer? So Badri is telling A. Okay. Anyone else? Amrita is telling A. Vinodhini is telling A. So see here. Okay. So A will not be the correct answer, students. A will not be the correct answer. If you see in your NCERT book, there is a reaction which involves this ethyne reacting with red hot iron tube, and this will give you the benzene. In this case, B will be the correct answer. Okay, B will be the correct answer. It's a question which is directly asked from the NCERT reaction itself. No issues. If you are trying it, very good. Okay, Kamli has given the correct answer. Very good, Kamli. Yes, B is the correct answer. So here, if you see that these are the 3 reactions that we are seeing. If I use ethyne here, in the presence of red hot iron tube, you will get the benzene. No issues. Similarly, in the third reaction, if I use sodium benzoate, this is your sodium, this is your benzoate group. Means the removal of H with a benzoic acid is giving us you benzoate. If I treat it with the soda lime, you know the name of the reaction, it is decarboxylation. So it will release the CO2. CO2 will be removed here and we'll get the benzene. In the last reaction also, it is a cyclization reaction. If I treat N-hexane with MO2O3, or we can also use V2O5. In both of the cases, at high temperature and very high pressure, we'll get this benzene ring. But in the B reaction, this N2 plus Cl minus, if I treat it with water, then I will get OH, which is phenol and not benzene. Okay, it is not benzene, it is phenol. So, anyone, can you tell me what we should use with this? What we should use with this benzene diazonium chloride to get the benzene? What reagent should be used? Anyone? Again, I am repeating my question. What I should use with the benzene diazonium chloride so that I can get benzene? Which reagent? Anyone who can give the answer? Please try. What should we use here? So, Varsha, Badri, Deepika, Vinotni, Kamli, anyone, can you tell me what we can use here in place of this H2O warm so that we can get benzene? So, in place of H2O warm, if I use, two things can be used. Either you use H3PO2, okay, or you can also use, this CH3CH2OH. You can use any of these two. You will get benzene diazonium chloride converted into benzene. Okay. So if I treat benzene diazonium chloride with H3PO2 or with your ethanol, in both the cases, I will get your normal benzene. Is it clear to all of you? So remember, this is very, very important. If I treat your benzene diazonium chloride with H3PO2 or if I use ethanol also, in both the cases, you will get the benzene. But with warm water, you will get the phenol. Now, next question. Next question is that you have two statements which are given here. First one, on treatment of this propene with diborane, it will give us an addition product which will have the given formula, which is CH3 whole twice CH and then whole thrice Br. Okay. Whereas in the statement number 2, if I do the oxidation of this given compound, I will get propan-2-ol. So you have to identify that which of the statement is correct. Try this question by yourself. Please try this question by yourself and write your answers in the chat section. What we'll get here? Which is the correct statement and which is the wrong, or both are correct or both are incorrect? You have to identify about this statement. So Varsha is telling B is the correct answer. Okay, let us see Varsha. Other students, please reply. Which of this statement, which of this option is correct? So Badri is telling A, J Janani is telling B, Deepika V is telling B. Anyone else who wants to answer the question? What we'll get here? Anyone else? Ajwar, Amrita, what will be the correct answer? Tilak, what will be the correct answer? Are the statements correct or incorrect, or which either one of them is correct? Okay. So Amrita is telling A. Let us see what is the correct answer. So the correct answer is B. Okay. The correct answer is B. Now, why is this happening? See students, there are two statements and both of them are independent. How? So if I take the first statement, suppose I am taking the first statement. So according to the first statement, it is written that if I take propene, which is CH3, CH, CH2. So this is your propene. If I treat it with diborane, which is B2H6, what I will get? So according to the statement, it is written that I will get CH3 whole twice. Okay, then CH, then we have CH3 Br, sorry, BH. But here, this reaction that you are seeing, it is an anti-Markovnikov addition. So we will not get this thing. Okay, we will not get this thing. Instead of that, your borane, it will be attached to the end carbon, which is this one. Okay, it will be attached to this carbon and not the middle carbon. Okay, so remember, this is very, very important. This is your anti-Markovnikov addition, and in this case, your H, it is getting added to the middle carbon, and your BH, it is getting added to the end carbon. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? So here you can see in the reaction that when we treat this with HBH2 whole twice, in the first step, the BH2 is added at the end carbon. Then again one more molecule will react, and now there are two molecules that are attached to this borane. Now one more molecule will attack, and all of the hydrogens of this diborane are removed and three alkyl groups are attached. Now in the last step, we do the hydrolysis in the presence of a base to give the propane 1-ol. But students, remember, these two statements are independent. According to the second statement, if I use this CH3 whole twice CH and then again whole thrice B, then I will get 2 propanol. So it is a correct statement. Okay, why it is correct? Because this is independent statement. It is not related to the first one. The statement is simply telling that we have this compound, okay, and we treat it with H2O2 and OH minus. So no, we know it very well. Then whenever we treat or do the hydrolysis of such borane compound, this given compound will be converted into the alcohol. Here in this reaction, in the first one, we are not starting with the second one, we are talking about the first one. So here in this case, we are treating the propene with the diborane. So in that case, it will be added to the end carbon. But in no situation these two statements are related to each other. These two statements are independent. So first you have to talk about this one, and second you have to talk about this one. Is it clear to all of you? Anyone has a doubt in this? Any student who has a doubt in this? Shall we move forward? Is it clear to all of you? So why so many students are absent today? Any one of your friend? You can give the reason why so many students are absent today. Is it due to the CUET exams? Is it due to the CUET exam that is going on? Because only 15 students are there. So that is the reason I'm asking you. Okay. That is the reason most of you are absent. Okay, no problem. Now, moving on to the next question. So here we have an alkane, and that alkane we are not defining, we are not telling that what is R1, R2 and R3. We have to find this thing. Now we are treating this compound with KMnO4 and we are getting alcohol. Now based on this information, you have to find out that what is R1, R2 and R3. So 4 options are given here. The first one, it is given all three are hydrogens. In second one, it is given two of them are hydrogen and one is methyl. In the third one, all three are methyl groups, and the last one, two are methyl and one is hydrogen. Again, this is a question which is asked directly from a NCERT reaction. Okay, you have to identify that which kind of compound can be converted into alcohol on treatment with KMNO4 directly. Can you tell me what is the correct answer? So Amrita is telling B is the correct answer. Anyone else? Varsha is telling B is the correct answer. Okay, let's see. Tilak, Deepika, what is the correct answer? J Janni, J Kritika. Varsha is already given. Anyone else? Yes, the correct answer will be B. The correct answer will be B here. Why? Because whenever we have a tertiary hydrogen like this, means the carbon to which this hydrogen is attached, this carbon is attached to three other methyl groups. Okay, three other methyl groups. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the interruption. Probably the net has been. Okay. Now in this question, what I was telling is that if I have three different groups, then the hydrogen is giving us OH. Okay, remember, if you have a tertiary hydrogen, suppose in place of this, I could have taken this C2H5 also. Then in that situation also, I will get this removal of hydrogen and addition of OH, or you can simply say you will get oxidation reaction. So this is very important here, that your hydrogen which is there, it should be tertiary. Okay, you cannot take a secondary hydrogen. I mean that we cannot take here hydrogen here itself. All three groups should be carbon containing group. Then and then only you will get this conversion of this hydrogen into alcohol. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? Now, moving on to the next question. Question is saying that weight of 2 moles of organic compound which is obtained by heating sodium ethanoate with sodium hydroxide in the presence of calcium oxide. So, you have 4 options. It was asked in a NEET 2023. So, they are mixing the mole concept and your organic reaction of the hydrocarbon together to form a question, numerical type. So, here you have 4 options, 32, 30, 18 and 16. So, what will be the correct answer? Try this question. This is a very good one. First of all, try to give the reaction. Try to solve the reaction which is given. So, what you are doing? You are taking sodium ethanoate. What we are taking? We are taking sodium ethanoate. And then we are treating it with NaOHCaO. So this is a decarboxylation reaction which will remove the CO2 group. Simply it will remove the CO2 group and we will get an hydrocarbon which is having one carbon only. Because the carbon is removed, 2 carbons were there initially. Now one of the carbon is removed. So now we have only one carbon. Now the question is saying us that what will be the weight of 2 moles of this hydrocarbon. So first we'll try to calculate the mass of 1 mole of this hydrocarbon, which is simply the molar mass. So for carbon it is 12, for hydrogen it is 1. So 12 plus 4, 16 gram per mole. Now to calculate the weight of 2 moles, we will multiply it with 2. So this is the weight of 1 mole. So for 2, we will simply multiply it with 2. 16 into 2, which is 32 grams. So this will be the weight of 2 moles of the hydrocarbon or the methane. Okay. Now, here is your next question. So this is from the aromaticity topic. You are given with 7 compounds. Now you have to tell that out of these 7 compounds, which one is aromatic. You have to tell that which one is aromatic. Try this question by yourself. I have taught this thing in the offline as well. So what you will get here as the product, what you will get here as the number of compounds which are aromatic. Remember, there are rules to identify a aromatic compound. First one is that it should be cyclic. Okay. Second, each carbon should be sp2 hybridized, or it can be charged. Okay, in both of the situations. Third thing is that you have to follow the conjugation part. Okay, so there should be complete conjugation. And the last one, it should follow the Huckel's rule. So if all of these 4 criteria are met, then only we will count this compound as what? Aromatic. Or if your compound is having benzene. So there is one more situation. If your compound is having benzene, then no matter whatever the compound is, if it is having a benzene ring, it will be aromatic. So any derivative of benzene will be aromatic. Now try to solve this question. I have given you the hint. Already you have studied this aromaticity and all. Try this question by yourself. So what will be the correct answer? Anyone who got the answer for this question? Anyone who got the answer for this question? So Tilak is telling B is the correct answer. Ajwar is telling D is the correct answer, means 4. Okay, let us see. Anyone else? What will be the correct answer? What you will get here? Everyone try this question. What you will get as the correct answer? So Oppo is also telling D, Ajwar is also telling D. Let's see what is the correct answer. So the correct answer would be D here. So you have to check the criteria for Huckel's rule is you have to check all of these things: planarity, complete delocalization, and your Huckel's rule, which is 4n plus 2 pi. Now, we'll try to check this compound one by one, starting with the first one. So, I said that whenever you have a benzene ring, don't think twice, it will be always aromatic. So, this will be aromatic. Next one. So, here in this case, we don't have a benzene ring, we have to go through this rules one by one. The first rule is that whether it is cyclic or not. Yes, it is surely it is having a cyclic structure. You can clearly see that this is a cyclic structure. Now next one, each carbon should be sp2 or charged. So we'll now see one by one. Starting with this carbon. Yes, it is having sp2 hybridization. It is having sp2 hybridization. Similarly, this is also what? sp2 hybridized. Because the number of pi bond is 1, so this is also sp2 hybridized, and this one is also sp2 hybridized. Now there are two cases, either it should be sp2 hybridized or it should be charged. So the last carbon which is present here, it is having charge. So the second criteria is also met. So two of the criteria are being already met. Now moving on to the next one. What is written here? The next one is telling that you should have a conjugation. Okay, you should have a conjugation here. Now how to check the conjugation? It's very simple. You have to check whether there is complete resonance or not. Okay, how you will check it? So there are four things. First is double bond, single bond, double bond. Second is double bond, single bond. Then we have lone pairs, or we can have positive charge, or we can have negative charge. Okay, you have these three situations: double bond, single bond, double bond, or double bond, single bond, lone pair, or double bond, single bond, negative or positive charge. Now we'll try to check this compound. Here in this compound, if I see, then we have a double bond, we have a single bond here, single bond, then a double bond, then single bond, then we have charge, then again single bond, and then double bond. Okay, so there is a complete conjugation. We can clearly see that there is a complete conjugation. If in place of this we have suppose this compound, we don't have any charge here. So if we start counting it, so single bond, double bond, single bond, and then no area for conjugation, neither a charge nor a double bond. In that case, it will not have a complete conjugation. But here it has a complete conjugation. So this one is also, this third one is also met. Now the last one, which is Huckel's aromaticity rule, which is your number of pi electrons, if it is n, then 4n plus 2 pi. If I try to find it out, then what should be there? Anyone, can you answer me? So here if I calculate this 4n plus 2 pi, then I should not get an integer here. Okay, I should not get an integer here. Now we'll try to solve this thing. How? So in this given compound, how many pi bonds are there? So let me erase all of this and help you to calculate the pi bond. So how to calculate the pi bond? It's very simple. You have to see the double bond. For each double bond, there are 2 pi electrons. Okay, so let us just count one by one. So here you have 2 electrons. Here also you have 2 electrons. Now in case of positive charge, we will not add anything. In case of negative charge, again we will add 2 electrons. So what is the total number of electron? 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6. Now we'll try to find the value of n. What we'll get here? So there are total 6 pi electrons. Okay, so I will just equate this 4n plus 2 with 6 and try to find out what we'll get as the value of n. So 4n plus 2 can be written as 6 minus 2, or n is equals to 4 by 4. Since we are not getting an fraction, since we are not getting a fraction, it is not a fraction, so it will be aromatic. Okay, so this one will be also aromatic because all of the 4 rules are being followed. Now moving on to the next compound, which is compound 3. Okay, moving on to the next compound. Now I will request all of you to try this compound by yourself. Try this by yourself. Try this question by yourself. Try this compound and tell me whether it is aromatic or not. This third compound. Tell me whether it will be aromatic or not. Everyone, try this third compound and tell me whether it is aromatic or not. Just check these 4 rules. These 4 rules one by one. So Amrita is telling anti-aromatic. Amrita is telling anti-aromatic. Anyone else? Anyone else? So let us see one by one. First one, is it cyclic? Yes, it is completely cyclic. You can see that is a cyclic compound. Now next one, each carbon should be sp2. Let us check the carbons one by one whether they are sp2 or not. So here, this carbon, it is having 1 pi bond, so it is sp2. This one is also sp2. This one is also sp2. And this one is also sp2. So each of the carbon is sp2, means second criteria is also met. Now third one, conjugation. So we have a single bond, then double bond, then single bond, and then double bond. So there is no breaking of this conjugation, so it is also having the third criteria being followed. So third criteria is also followed. Now talking about the last criteria. According to that, we have to equate the total number of pi electrons with 4n plus 2. Now, what is the total number of pi electron? What is the total number of pi electron in this compound? There are 2 double bonds. Okay, there are 2 double bonds. So, for each double bond, we have 2 electrons. So, total number of pi electron is 4. Now, if I equate it with 4n plus 2, what I will get as the value of n? I will get here it as 1 by 2. Now, it is a fraction. Since three of the rules are followed and the last one is not followed, so it is anti-aromatic. Okay, remember this point. If all 4 rules are followed, then it is aromatic. Okay, if the first 3 rules, if the first 3 rules are followed and the 4th one is not followed, then it is anti-aromatic. And if any of the 2 is not followed, or I can simply say if any of the first three is not followed, then in that case it is non-aromatic. Okay, so 3 types of compound we have here. 3 type of compounds we have here. First one is aromatic, in which all 4 rules are followed. If first 3 rules are followed and the 4th one is not followed, it is anti-aromatic, which was the previous situation. and if any of the first 3 rules are not followed, then it is non-aromatic. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? Anyone having any doubt? Shall we move forward? Okay, now tell me about the next compound, compound number 4. Tell me about the next compound, compound number 4. Whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic. Whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic. Is it cyclic? Is it cyclic? Is it cyclic compound? So here if I try to solve it one by one, so yes, it is cyclic. So first rule is followed. You can clearly see that it is having a cyclic ring. Then each carbon should be sp2 hybridized, or your charge should be there. So this carbon, it is sp2, this is also sp2, and this one is charged. So the second rule is also followed. Now next one, there should be a complete conjugation. Let us count. Let us see that where is the complete conjugation or not. Start one by one. So here we have negative charge, then we have single bond, then we have double bond, then we have single bond, and then we have again negative charge. So there is a complete conjugation as well. So we can say that the third rule is also followed. The last one, if I just see here, then 4n plus 2, what is the number of total pi electrons? So here we have 2 pi electrons because a negative charge is there, and here also double bond. So 2 electrons from here itself. So again we'll get the value of n as half. So this is also what? Anti-aromatic, because the first 3 rules are followed and the last one is not followed. Very good, Shani. So why did you came late in the class? Any reason? Shani, why did you came late in the class? Moving on to the 5th one. You will try this by yourself. So this will be also aromatic. Since the 7th one is containing a benzene ring, so it is also aromatic. Here, this is an exception. This is an exception. Remember this. In this case, all the 4 rules are followed. If you try this by yourself, all the 3 rules are followed, but the 4th one is not followed. But still, it is not counted as anti-aromatic. Rather than that, it is counted as non-aromatic. So remember this compound. This compound is non-aromatic because it takes a tub-like shape. Okay, it takes a tub-like shape. So it is not planar at all. Means the second criteria is also not followed for this. So this is an exception. Remember, this is known as cyclotetraene. It's a cyclotetraoctene. Okay, octatetraene. So this is also non-aromatic. Okay, remember this structure and the name, that the given compound is non-aromatic, although it is following the first 3 rules and not the 4th one. It is non-aromatic. So if I count now the compound, so 1, 2, 3, okay, and 4. So we can say that 4 is the correct answer. Okay, no problem. So first one is aromatic, second one is aromatic, then the 5th one is aromatic, and the 7th one is aromatic. So total 4 compounds are aromatic. Now students, I am giving you the link for the DPP, and please try this by yourself. Just wait for a minute. Just wait for a minute. Just wait for a minute. Okay, so I have sent you the link. I have sent you the link for this DPP. So in case if it is not opening, you have to log in it and then you can just do it. Okay. So please attempt this DPP because yesterday no one has attempted it. Okay. So go to your home and attempt this DPP and then come again tomorrow. So tomorrow we will cover the chapter coordination compound and D and F block. Okay. So these two chapters we are going to cover today. So study it at your home. So let us meet tomorrow. Thank you for this joining the session.
Hello, students. Shall we start biology? Good morning. Good morning. Okay, today we'll see this photosynthesis in higher plants. Okay, so let's start. As usual, see the question, answer fast. We'll see more number of questions. Okay, like we can discuss more number of questions then. Okay, let us start. First question is, find the incorrect statement about photosynthesis from the following.
Tanya ma'am, please share your screen.
Already shared, sir.
But it's not visible, ma'am.
1 second. Visible now?
Yes, now it's visible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. So find the incorrect statement about photosynthesis from the following. So you have to find the incorrect statement. Okay. Okay. So the options are, water splitting complex is associated with PS1. C4 plants use the C3 pathway of carbon dioxide fixation as the main biosynthetic pathway. In C4 plants, photorespiration does not occur. In C3 plants, it exhibits Kranz anatomy. ATP synthesis in chloroplast occurs through chemiosmosis. So you have to select the incorrect statements. You have to check which is incorrect. Answer fast. Which is the incorrect statement? Okay, before seeing the answers, just tell me what is Kranz anatomy? Where you can see this Kranz anatomy? What is this Cran's anatomy, pa? Where you can see this Cran's anatomy? What is Cran's anatomy? What do you mean by Cran's anatomy? C4 plants. Okay, Cran's anatomy is seen in C4 plants. Okay, fine. What do you mean by Cran's anatomy? What do you mean by Cran's anatomy? What do you mean by a Cran's anatomy? Okay, bundle sheet surrounds vascular bundle. Okay, wreath-like structure. What do you mean by a wreath? What do you mean by a wreath? What is wreath? Wreath-like structure. Very good. So that is called Cran's anatomy. What do you mean by this wreath? What is wreath? What is this wreath? What do you mean by wreath, pa? So circle of flowers and leaves. Malar valayam. So that is wreath. Okay. So this Cran's anatomy is seen in C4 plants. Okay. So now answer this question. Now answer this question. What are all the incorrect statements from here? Yes, circular ring. So flowers or leaves arranged in a circular ring is known as a wreath. Very good. Okay, give me the answer for this question. Incorrect statement. Option D, A and D only is incorrect. A, water splitting complex is associated with PS1 and D is C3 plant exhibit Cran's anatomy. Okay. Okay. Water splitting complex is associated with what then? If it is not PS1, then it is associated with where this water splitting complex occurs. Water splitting complex is associated with, it is associated with PS2. So water splitting complex is associated with photosystem 2 and it happens in thylakoid membrane of chloroplast. It happens in thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast. Okay, let's see the correct answer now. So the answer is A and D only. Very good. So let's see the next question. The enzyme required for carboxylation in Calvin cycle. Okay, before answering the question, tell me what do you mean by carboxylation? What is carboxylation? What do you mean by carboxylation? Carboxylation means carbon fixation. What do you mean by carboxylation? Carboxylation. See, in the term only it is there. Carboxylation. 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 What do you mean by carboxylation? Rubisco, what is that? I'm just asking what is carboxylation. So define carboxylation. What do you mean by carboxylation? Carboxylation. Okay, carboxyl group. Okay, fine. What you will do with that carboxyl group? So you will introduce a carboxyl group, right? So you will introduce a carboxyl group first. The substrate will be treated with carbon dioxide to introduce a carboxyl group. Yes. So that is known as a carboxylation. Okay. Now tell me which is the which enzyme is required for carboxylation in Calvin cycle. So options are hexokinase, PEP carboxylase, RUBP carboxylase oxygenase, carboxypeptidase. What is the answer here? What is the answer here? Tell me the option. Question number 2. Tell me the option. Option C. Okay. Option B. Okay, let's see. Where you can see this hexokinase, pa? Where you can see this hexokinase? Where you can see this enzyme hexokinase? Okay, what is this PEP carboxylase? Tell me, what is this PEP? What do you mean by PEP? PEP. What is this PEP carboxylase? What is PEP? Why no answers? What is this PE? Okay, phosphoenol pyruvate. Okay, are you like what do you mean by RUBP? 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 What is the full form of RUBP? Full form of RUBP. Full form of RUBP. Full form of RUBP. Okay, ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. Okay. Now let's see the answer for this question. So the correct answer is RUBP carboxylase oxygenase. So option C is the correct answer. This is the enzyme which is required for carboxylation in the Calvin cycle. See, you can see carboxylase, carboxylation. So this is the clue here. So that is the enzyme used for carboxylation in Calvin cycle. So let's see the next question. Easy question. I think everyone will be knowing answer for this question. How many ATP and NADPH molecules are required to make one molecule of glucose through Calvin pathway? How many ATP and how many NADPH? 18, 12, 12, 18, 24, 18, 6, 12. What is the option? Okay. Give me the answers fast. What is the answer? Option A, option B, mixed answers are there. Okay, how many turns are required to synthesize one carbon, like one glucose in this Calvin cycle? How many turns? 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns, 6 turns. How many turns? Okay, very good. So 6 turns. Okay, good. So you have given mixed answers, right? So in one turn, it produces 3 ATP and it produces 12 NADPH. So what will be the answer? In one turn, 3 ATP and 2 NADPH. Then what will be the answer? In one turn, it is 3 ATP and 2 NADPH. Then what will be the answer? So totally 6 turns. So what will be the answer? Option A. Let's see whether it is correct or not. So option A is the correct answer. So as we discussed earlier, 6 turns will happen. So in one turn it produces 3 ATP, 3 into 6, 18, and in one turn it produces 2 NADPH, 2 into 6, 12. So 18 ATP and 12 NADPH. Don't forget this. This is one of the important questions. So you have to know the number of ATP and NADPH produced in all the cycles. Next question. Which of the following statement about Rubisco is true? About Rubisco is true. It is an enzyme involved in the photolysis of water. It catalyzes the carboxylation of RUBP. It is active only in the dark. It is higher affinity. It has higher affinity for oxygen than carbon dioxide. So they are asking which of the following statement is true about Rubisco. Which is true about Rubisco? I think B. Okay. Okay. Badri, Amritavarshini, Sasi, Kritika, Shiny. Okay. All option B. Okay. What about others? Bavadharni B. Okay. Alvar, Rajagopalan B. Gurupriya Janani. Okay. Only B, B, B. Okay. Where you can see this Rubisco? What is this Rubisco? What is this Rubisco first? What is this Rubisco, pa? Rubisco is a Rubisco is a Rubisco is Rubisco is a okay, most abundant enzyme. Very good. So Rubisco is a most abundant enzyme. Okay. Okay, very good. So it is a most abundant enzyme. Fine. In which cycle you can see this? So Rubisco can be seen in the this mesophyll cells of plants, right? So Rubisco can be seen in Calvin cycle. Rubisco can be seen in Calvin cycle. Okay, it can be seen in Calvin cycle. Okay, what is the answer you have given for this question? Option B. Let's see whether it is a correct answer. So it catalyzes the carboxylation of RUBP. Very good. Next question. Match the following. I think this question is very easy. List 1 is chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, xanthophyll, carotenoids. List 2 is yellow green, yellow color, blue green, yellow to yellow orange. Match this and let me know the answer. List 1 and 2. Match the both and tell me the options. Option D is correct answer. Okay, for this match the following you are giving answers. Option D. Okay, option D. Many option D is coming. Option D means chlorophyll A, it is blue green. Okay, chlorophyll B, it is yellow green. Then xanthophyll, it is yellow color. Carotenoids, yellow to yellow orange. Okay. So option D. Okay, let us check the answer. So option D is the correct answer. Very good. Next question. Which of the following are required for the dark reaction of photosynthesis? Dark reaction of photosynthesis. What is dark reaction first? What do you mean by dark reaction? What What do you mean by dark reaction, pa? Okay. Okay. Dark reaction is also known as, okay, Calvin cycle. Okay. Now give me the answers for this question. Which of the following are required for dark reaction of photosynthesis? What are required? Light, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, ATP, NADPH. Option C, option B. Okay, mixed down. C is correct. Okay. Option C means carbon dioxide, ATP, and NADPH. Okay, let's see. Okay, any other answers? Any other answers? Option C. Okay. Deepika, option C. Okay. Option D. Someone has given option D for this question or the other question. Option C, option C, option C. Okay, option C. Okay, let's see now. So, option C is the correct answer. As you said, dark reaction of photosynthesis, it is also known as Calvin cycle. Someone answered here, Calvin cycle. Okay, Sasi. So, it is also known as a Calvin cycle and it does not require light. And it does not require light. That's why it is known as a dark reaction. So, it needs carbon dioxide, ATP and NADPH. So, no need for light and chlorophyll here. Okay, next question. Statement based question. Given below are two statements. Statement 1, it is in C3 plants, some oxygen binds to rubisco. Hence, carbon dioxide fixation is decreased. That is the statement 1. Then statement 2, in C4 plants, mesophyll cells show very little photorespiration, while bundle sheath cells do not show photorespiration. Okay. Before answering the question, just tell me, what do you mean by photorespiration? What is this photorespiration? What do you mean by photorespiration? What is photorespiration? What do you mean by photorespiration? See, with this, we'll revise whatever the things possible. So, just let me know, what do you mean by photorespiration? Why no one is answering? Anyone just answer fast. What do you mean by photorespiration? Light reaction. See, define photorespiration means what you will tell. What do you mean by photorespiration? Photorespiration. What do you mean by photorespiration? Photorespiration. Why no one is giving answer? What do you mean by photorespiration? Think a little bit. You all know the answer. Just think a little bit. What do you mean by photorespiration? It's a metabolic pathway. Okay. Then next. See, define photorespiration means how you will define. Okay, let me explain. photorespiration is considered to be a wasteful metabolic pathway. Can you remember now? It is considered to be, okay, very good, Alva Rajagopalan. So, Rubisco binds to oxygen instead of carbon dioxide. Very good. So, in this photorespiration process, what will happen? No ATP will be produced, no NADPH will be produced, no glucose, nothing will be produced. Instead, it will use all the ATP and NADPH. So, it is considered to be the wasteful process. Okay, remember this, photorespiration is considered to be a wasteful process. In that process, Rubisco binds to oxygen instead of binding with carbon dioxide, and it does not produce any products like ATP, NADPH in this process. So, it is considered to be a wasteful process. Okay, now give me the answer for this question. In the light of above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. Tell me answers. Both statement 1 and 2 are true. 1 and 2 both are false. 1 is true, 2 is false. 1 is false, 2 is true. What is the answer for this question? First statement, option B, Amritavarshini. Okay. Both are false. Okay. In C3 plants, some oxygen binds to Rubisco, hence carbon dioxide fixation is decreased. Sorry. Statement 2, in C4 plants, mesophyll cells show very little photorespiration, while bundle sheath cells show no photorespiration. So, what is the correct answer here? Come on, only one. Amitavachni has answered. What about others? Come on, fast. I think answer is D. Okay. What about others? And option C. Statement 1 is true, but 2 is false. Okay. C is correct. Okay. C. Option D. Okay. 1 is false, 2 is true. Okay. C, C, C. Okay. Now let us see the answer. So, statement 1 is true, but statement true is false. Okay, in photorespiration, generally what happens in C3 plants? Rubisco binds with oxygen instead of carbon dioxide. So, that statement is true. But statement 2 is not true. Okay. Next question. See, again a ATP NADPH question. How many molecules of ATP and NADPH are required for every molecule of carbon dioxide fixed in Kelvin cycle? How many molecules of ATP and NADPH are required for every molecule of carbon dioxide fixed in Kelvin cycle? Come on, come on. Answer fast. You know the answer for this question. Option D. 3 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADPH. Okay. Next. Option D. Shiny option D. Varsha option D. Okay. Bavadarani option D. Next. Fast. Janani option D. Deepika. Okay. Alvar. Sasi. Okay. Very good. So it is option D. Let's see the answer. So it is option D. Next one. Which of the following are required for the light reaction of photosynthesis? Easy question. You can answer nicely. Which of the following are required for the light reaction of photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, water, chlorophyll, light. Which is required for light reaction? Option A, C, D and E. A, C, D, E. Okay. Option A. Okay, everyone is giving option A. Option A. Okay. So in option A, oxygen is missing, right? Why? Why oxygen is not needed? Why oxygen is not required for light reaction in photosynthesis? Why oxygen is not required? See, everyone is telling option. Answer is A. Okay. In A, option A, B is missing. why oxygen is not required for the light reaction of photosynthesis? Someone tell me the answer. Why oxygen is not required for the light reaction of photosynthesis? No water splittings. Okay. Why? I'm asking why oxygen is not required. Which of the following is not required for light reaction of photosynthesis? O2 is released in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, very good. Oxygen is product side. Okay. So see, simple. Light reaction of photosynthesis. What will happen during photosynthesis? Oxygen will be released, right? So oxygen is not needed. Okay, let's see the answer now. So answer is option B, C, D and E. So water, chlorophyll and light. Okay, more than carbon dioxide, it needs water, chlorophyll, light. So option B is the correct answer. So option B is the correct answer. So see, you just considered carbon dioxide to be most important, right? So here carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis, and that too specifically in the Calvin cycle. Okay, I'm explaining. And carbon dioxide does not involve directly in the light reaction. So in light reaction of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is not directly required. So more than carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, light and water is needed. So in light reaction of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is not involving directly. Okay, if the question is about light reaction of photosynthesis, then no need of carbon dioxide there. Okay, clear, Janani? Let's see the next question. Which one of the following products diffuses out of the chloroplast during photosynthesis? Which product diffuses out during photosynthesis? ADP, NADPH, O2, ATP. This is also a direct easy question. Give me the answers fast. Option O2. Okay. Option C. Okay. Janani C. Kamali, Amarta, Vinodini, Deepika, Kripa, Vadani, Janani, Alvar. Oh, option C. Okay. Okay. Let's see the answer now. So, by diffuses, the product that diffuses out during photosynthesis is oxygen. Okay. Very good. Next question. Okay. Can you see the image here? Identify the different stages labeled with alphabets by selecting the correct option. Like, can you give a guess of this image? Okay, not that clear. Okay, we'll discuss the answer for this question. So they have given A, B, C. Okay, so let's see. So the answer for this question is option C. It is first process, it is carboxylation. First process, it is carboxylation. Okay, very good. Option C. Next process, it is reduction. Then the third process, C process, it is regeneration. You know what is carboxyl? It is a Calvin cycle. Okay, very good. So three steps, important steps: carboxylation, reduction and regeneration. Okay, very good. Good, good, very good. Next question. How many ATP, NADPH are required for synthesis of one molecule of glucose during Calvin cycle? Easy question again. Very easy question. So this question is from NEET 2023. See, this question is again and again, these questions are repeating. So just go through all the cycles and memorize number of ATP, number of NADPH from all the cycles. Okay. Okay, Janani, 100% correct. Okay, very good. Okay, option A. Okay. Let's not take much time in this question. So, option A is the correct answer. Okay. Next one. The reaction center in PS2 has an absorption at. This is also a direct question, easy question. PS1, PS2. So, reaction center of PS2. What is the reaction center of PS2? 700 nanometer, 660 nanometer, 780, 680. What is the reaction center of PS2? Option D, 680. Okay. Option D. Okay. Badri, Janani, Kamali, Amarta, Bavadarni. Okay. Okay. What is the reaction? What is the absorption of this PS1? Maximum absorption of PS1, 700. Okay, very good. Let's see the answer now. So PS2 is 680 nanometer and PS1 it is 700 nanometer. Very good. Okay, now coming to a match the following again. Oh, the question is repeating. Okay, this is 2023 NEET again. So this we have discussed already, right? So we'll see the next question. Okay, given below are two statements. Rubisco is the most abundant enzyme in the world. Statement 1. Statement 2. Photorespiration does not occur in C4 plants. So tell me the answer now. Which statement is correct? Which statement is incorrect? Both correct? Both incorrect? Tell me the answers. Statement 1. It is Rubisco is the most abundant enzyme in the world. Statement 2. Photorespiration does not occur in C4 plants. So what is the answer for this? Both are correct. Option C. Okay. Okay. Vinodni, Badri, Sasi, Kripavadani, Amartavarshini. Okay. What about others? So option C. Everyone is behind option C. Option C. Option C. Okay. Let's see the answer now. So the answer is option C. Both the statements are correct. Very good. Next question. Which out of the following statement is incorrect? Now you have to tell which is incorrect here. So options: grana lamella have both PS1 and PS2. Cyclic photophosphorylation involves both PS1 and 2. Both ATP and NADPH H plus are synthesized during non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Stroma lamellae lack PS2 and NADP reductase. So you have to tell me which is the incorrect option. Which is the incorrect option? Actually, this is the maximum zoom I can do, I guess. Already it's in full screen mode only. I think you can zoom in your mobile and you can see. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, what's the answer for this question? What's the answer for this question? Option D. Okay. Badri has given option A, it seems. I think it's C. Okay. Why you think you have to give correct answer, right, Janani? A or D? Shiny is in confusion now. A or D? Confined to one answer. It is A or it should be D. Any one answer you give, Shiny. Kamali, it is C. Okay. Shiny D. Okay. What about others? What about others? Varsha D. Badri A is correct, ma'am. Okay. Why Badri you are telling A is correct? What is the reason? What is the reason, Badri? Why A is correct? Sasi is telling D is correct. Why Sasi? Why D is correct? How you are telling that D is correct? See, you are giving a answer. So you should know the reason behind it, right? Deepika C. Okay, mixed answers are there. So now let us see the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Cyclic photophosphorylation involves both PS1 and PS2. That is the incorrect statement. Okay, that is the incorrect statement. Okay, let us see the explanations. So option A, grana lamella. What do you mean by this grana? What is grana, pa? What is grana? What is grana? Grana is chloroplast. What do you mean by grana? Grana is seen in chloroplast. Okay. What is grana exactly? Define grana. Why no answers? What do you mean by grana? Present in chloroplast. Okay. What is grana? Okay, thylakoid. Okay, it is a grana is a stacks of thylakoid. Like pile of coins, thylakoid will be arranged, right? That is called grana. Okay, so grana lamella, it is having both photosystem 1 and 2. Okay, so option C, during non-cyclic photophosphorylation, ATP, NADPH, both are produced. Okay, so this statement is also correct. Like arrangement of coin. So option C is also correct. Option B, stroma lamella, it lacks both PS2 and NADP reductase. So this is also correct. So option B is the incorrect statement. Okay, next question. Given below are two statements. Again, statement based question. The primary carbon dioxide acceptor in C4 plants is phosphoenol pyruvate and is found in the mesophyll cells. Statement 2, it is mesophyll cells of C4 plants, they lack. Now you have to tell me which is correct, which is not correct. So Bhavadharani is telling option B. Okay. What about others? Answer fast. Come on, answer fast. Which is correct? Whether both the statements are correct, both are incorrect. Varsha, option A, both are correct. Okay. Janani, Janani is thinking whether D is correct or not. Okay. Amritavarshini A, Alva Rajagopalan C, Shiny C, Badri C. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Okay. Sasi D, Deepika C. Okay, let's see the answer now. So the answer is option A. Both are correct. So the answer is option A. Both are correct. So you can, in mesophyll cells of C4 plants, you cannot see this rubisco enzyme. Next question. Which one of the following is not true regarding the release of energy during ATP synthesis through chemiosmosis? Okay, it involves breakdown of proton gradient, breakdown of electron gradient, movement of proton across the membrane to the stroma, reduction of NADP to NADPH2 on the stroma side of the membrane. So you have to tell which is not true. Which option is not true, not correct when it comes to ATP synthesis during chemiosmosis. Which one is not true? Okay, Badri, option D, reduction of NADP and NADPH2 on the stroma side of the membrane. Okay. What about others? Varsha in doubt. Okay, option C. Shiny D. Bavadarni D. Sasi D. Okay. Deepika, Kriba, Janani, all option D. Reduction of NADP to NADPH2 on the stroma side of the membrane. Okay, let's see which is the correct answer. So, option B is the correct answer. Breaking of electron gradient. So, no one has given. Okay. So, B is the correct answer. Breakdown of electron gradient. Next question. When one carbon dioxide molecule is fixed as one molecule of triose phosphate, which of the following photochemically made high energy chemical intermediates are used in the reduction phase? 2 ATP, 2 NADPH, 1 ATP, 1 NADPH, 1 ATP, 2 NADPH, 2 ATP, 1 NADPH. Bhavadharani option D. For this question or the previous question, Badri also option D. 2 ATP, 1 NADPH. Yes, D is correct. Okay, D. Alvar, Shiny, Vinodani, Varsha. Okay, you are telling that D is the correct answer. 2 ATP and 1 NADPH. Kamali D. Okay, let's see your confidence. So A is the correct answer. 2 ATP and 2 NADPHC. Understand the question? When one carbon dioxide molecule is fixed as one molecule of triose phosphate. Okay, one carbon dioxide molecule is fixed as one molecule of triose phosphate. So, which following photochemically made high energy chemical intermediates are used in the reduction process? So, 2 ATP and 2 NADPH is reduced. So, this is the reduction step in Calvin cycle. So, if you know Calvin cycle thoroughly, then you can answer this question easily. So, this is reduction step in Calvin cycle. Okay. In that reduction step, 2 ATP molecules will be utilized and 2 NADPH molecules also will be utilized during the process. Okay. So from now onwards, you have to remember this. Okay. Next question. Let's see the next question. Identify the correct statements regarding chemiosmotic hypothesis. Now you have to identify correct statement regarding chemiosmosis. Okay. So splitting of the water molecule takes place on the inner side of membrane. Protons accumulate with the lumen of the thylakoid. Primary acceptor of electron transfers the electron to an electron carrier. NADP reductase enzyme is located on the stroma side of the membrane. Protons increase in number in stroma. So you have to tell which are the correct statements. Which are the correct statements? Tell me which are the correct statements. Option A, B, C or D. Which is correct? For this, you have to know what is chemiosmotic hypothesis. Option D. Option D, it is B, C and D. Proton accumulate with the lumen of thylakoids. Primary acceptor of electron transfers the electron to an electron carrier. Then protons increase in number in stroma. Okay. Option A. Badri, Varsha, they have given option A. Okay. So different mixed answers are coming. So any other answers? Option A, option B. Okay, mixed answers are there. Okay, what is this chemiosmotic hypothesis, pa? What do you mean by chemiosmotic hypothesis? What is this chemiosmotic hypothesis? Someone tell me the answer. What is chemiosmotic hypothesis? Chemiosmotic hypothesis. What do you mean by chemiosmotic hypothesis? Actually, it explains about this ATP synthesis, right? Drives ATP synthesis. Okay. So, what will happen in this? I think 4 steps will be there in this chemiosmotic hypothesis. Proton pumping. Proton pumping will be there. Then this gradient. Gradient will be there. Finally, ATP production will occur. Synthesis of ATP. Okay. Okay, who proposed this chemiosmotic hypothesis? Any guess? Who proposed chemiosmotic hypothesis? Who proposed? Who proposed? Who proposed this chemiosmotic hypothesis? Okay, Mitchell, very good. It is also known as Mitchell hypothesis. Okay. So it was proposed by Peter Mitchell. Okay. So what answer you people have given? Okay, you have given a mixed answers. Let's see what is the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. So you have to select the, okay, 1916. Okay. So option C is the correct answer for this. Splitting of water molecule takes place in the inner side of the membrane. Then proton gets accumulated in the lumen of the thylakoid. Then NADP reductase enzyme is located on the stroma side of the membrane. Okay, let's see the next question. The first stable product of carbon dioxide fixation in sorghum is stable product of carbon dioxide fixation, CO2 fixation in sorghum. What is the first stable compound? Phosphoglyceric acid, pyruvic acid, oxaloacetic acid, succinic acid. First stable product of CO2 fixation in sorghum. See, this is an easy question but a bit tricky question. Sorghum is an example for which plant? Sorghum is an example for C3 or C4? Sorghum is C3 or C4? Okay, sorghum is a C4 plant, right? So sorghum is a C4 plant. So what kind of cycle will happen in C4 plants? No, C3, not C3, it is a C4 plant. So it's a C4 plant, C4 plant. Okay. So A is correct. PEP. Phosphoglyceric acid only there. Phosphoglyceric acid, pyruvic acid, oxaloacetic acid, succinic acid. Option C is correct. Oxaloacetic acid. Okay, let's see. So, oxaloacetic acid is the correct answer. So, oxaloacetic acid is the correct answer. So, sorghum is a C4 plant. So, the first stable compound produced is oxaloacetic acid. In C3 cycle, it is phosphoglyceric acid. Okay, then next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Again, incorrect. You have to find which is incorrect. Cyclic photophosphorylation involves both PS1 and 2. Both ATP and NADPH plus H plus are synthesized during non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Stroma lamella have PS1 and only and lack NADP reductase. Grana lamella have both PS1 and 2. Which is incorrect? Which is incorrect? Option A. Option A is incorrect. Okay, let's see. So option A is a incorrect. Cyclic photophosphorylation involves both PS1 and PS2. That is the incorrect answer. Okay, next question. The oxygenation activity of Rubisco enzyme in photorespiration leads to the formation of one molecule of 3 carbon compound and one molecule of 2 carbon compound, one molecule of 3 carbon compound, one molecule of 6 carbon compound, and 2 molecules of 3 carbon compound. So photorespiration, oxygenation activity of Rubisco enzyme in photorespiration leads to the formation of give me the answers fast. Oxygenation activity of Rubisco enzyme in photorespiration leads to the formation of. A is correct answer. A. Okay. One molecule of 3C compound and one molecule of 2C compound. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the oxygen activity of Rubisco enzyme in photophosphorylation, it will form 3-phosphoglycerate and it will form phosphoglycolate. Okay, so let's see the answer. So option A is the correct answer. So it forms one molecule of a 3 carbon compound, that is 3-phosphoglycerate, and one molecule of a 2 carbon compound, that is phosphoglycolate. So it forms one 3 carbon compound and one 2 carbon compound. Okay, next question. Coming to the next question. In light reaction, plastoquinone facilitates the transfer of electrons from. So plastoquinone transfers electron from PS to ATP, cytochrome B6 complex to PS1, PS1 to NADP, PS2 to cytochrome B6F complex. From where? From where to where? Plastoquinone facilitates the transfer of electrons from. Come on, give me the answer for this question. In light reaction, plastoquinone facilitates the transfer of electrons from where to where? D is correct answer. B. Okay. D. Why confusion between this D and B? D is the correct answer. Photosystem 2 to cytochrome B6. Okay. Option D is correct. Confirm B. Okay. Okay, let's see the answer. So, plastoquinone facilitates the transfer of electrons from photosystem 2 to cytochrome B6. Okay, so option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Option D. Option D is the correct answer. Yes, confirm it is D. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Which of the following is not a product of light reaction of photosynthesis? Not a product of light reaction of photosynthesis. Not a product. Oxygen, NADH, ATP, NADPH. Not a product of light reaction of photosynthesis. Option A. Okay. Let's see. Not a product of light reaction of photosynthesis. Come on, answer fast. Option A. Not a product of light reaction of photosynthesis. Option B, option A, option B, confirm. Okay. Option A. Okay. Okay. So, the products of light reaction. Okay, let me explain the products of light reaction first. So, where the light reaction is occurring, it occurs in the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast. And during this process, the products will be like ATP. ATP will be produced, then NADPH will be produced, then you will get oxygen. Okay. So, from this, you can understand which is not a product of light reaction of photosynthesis. So, NADH is the product which is not the product of photosynthesis. Light reaction of photosynthesis. Okay, next question. So, with reference to the factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis, which of the following statement is not correct? Fast, fast. Already it's time. So, give me the answers which is not correct with reference to the factors affecting rate of photosynthesis. Factors affecting rate of photosynthesis, and you have to select the statement which is not correct. Increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide concentration up to 0.05 percentage can enhance carbon dioxide fixation rate. Okay, answer B, B, B. Okay, what about others? Come on fast. C3 plants respond to higher temperature with enhanced photosynthesis, while C4 plants have much lower temperature optimum. Tomato is a greenhouse crop which can be grown in carbon dioxide enriched atmosphere. Light saturation for carbon dioxide fixation occurs at 10% of full sunlight. Confirm B. Okay. B is correct. B. Okay, let's see the answer fast. So, option B is the correct answer. C3 plants respond more to higher temperature with enhanced photosynthesis, while C4 plants have much lower temperature optimum. Okay. So, clear about the questions whatever we have discussed today? Is there any doubts? Is there any doubts? Okay. Just go and read all your cycles once again. Go and read all your cycles once again. Make thorough of all the number of this ATP, NADPH, and you have to make thorough of all this cycles, enzymes. Okay. So go and revise all your cycles. Sure. Okay. Thank you so much. So we'll see again in next class. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.